Hi, my name is Harvey, and in today's video I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't take football so seriously. And by you taking the sport so seriously, it's actually making your performance worse on match day. So basically, for my whole life, I've always wanted to become like a professional footballer. You know, it's my dream, and I'll do whatever it takes. I'll do all the training, I'll do all the workouts, do all the mobility routines, I'll buy all the equipment, supplements, diets, all this stuff. And it was good. I got to a decent level. I played overseas in Europe, in the UK. I played academy football. I've trialled at Bournemouth AFC, Premier League Academy. I've trialled with other top academies in my country, and I joined one of the top academies in my country who's produced players on the international stage. So, you know, I took the sport so seriously, and it was good because it gave me a passion, it gave me a purpose to, wake up every single day and, go train, do all the lifestyle stuff, the recovery, looking after my body, not drinking alcohol, not smoking weed, not vaping, all that kind of stuff. The sport helped with that kind of discipline with things. But I think I took it too far sometimes, and this is a big mistake I see so many footballers making, is that they just simply take it too far. They worry about the sport too much. Like they're so serious about it that their whole life is consumed with football. And that was me. 24/7 I was thinking about football. You've got to have a passion for this game. We all know that. But to the extent of thinking about it, overthinking about it every single second of the day, that is going to ruin your performance on the pitch. Like this year, for example, I've come to the conclusion that I actually don't want to become a professional footballer, and as a result, I'm actually playing better than I've ever done before. I'm actually turning up every single game with confidence, high confidence, and I just feel amazing on the pitch. And it may be just coincidence or whatever, or I'm just older, or I'm mature, or whatever, but I think it's due to the fact that I'm not actually thinking about this game, football, 24/7 like I was when I was in my early teenager years. I'd just wake up, do my work, do these videos, do content creation. I found a new purpose, and this has helped me with my football performance on the pitch. So you're probably thinking, should I actually take football seriously? What are you trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that you need to relax more. You need to find new hobbies. You need to find a new purpose. All right? Football, I have to admit, and I have to tell you the truth, it's not life or death. It just isn't. Football is not life or death. And you may be critiquing me, and you probably be spewing at the screen right now yeah, it is life or death, I love this game so much. That's cool, but once you hit about 17, 18, 19 years old, you realize that there's much more to life than football. And once you realize this, it actually takes the pressure off you when it comes to game day and performing. All right? So what I'm trying to say to you is don't take this game so seriously. Do what you need to do. Do your training. Do your couple hours of training a day or whatever you need to do. All the trainings in my academy, link in bio. But do the training that you need to do the recovery hacks, do all the workouts you need to do for the day. May take 2-3 hours. Okay, cool. Then you've got 21 hours left. What are you going to do? Are you going to just be overthinking about football? That was me. I'd be overthinking about football every single second of the day, thinking about what my coach said yesterday, or how I played on the weekend, or how I trained last night. That was what I was thinking about all the time. That is harmful. That is so harmful because when it comes to game day, your mind is just cluttered with so much junk and thoughts that you just can't think clearly. You see, the best players on the pitch, let's look at Lamine Yamal and that Nico Williams for Spain. They just won the Euros. Look at how they play on the pitch. Do they look like people that their minds are cluttered? Or are they got a smile on their face? Does it mean they don't take the game seriously? No. Of course they take football seriously. They want to win. They have passion. But it's a different type of seriousness. They're not overthinking everything. They just play football, train, work out, whatever they do, sleep, eat, and then don't think about it. You know, they're not just like over analyzing every single detail about their game, because if they did, they wouldn't be at the top. They would have not balled out at the Euros. They'd be at the bottom. Trust me, because your mind can either make or break you, and what you're feeding your mind is so important. All right, so if you're just constantly thinking about football, then you won't make it far, because you're just putting too much pressure on yourself. And this is what I found personally, you know, playing for academies, playing overseas. When I played overseas, I eventually realized, you know, football's so big, like it's not all about you. You know, it's just enjoy the game. Think about why you started playing football in the first place. A lot of people forget about that. They forget, like, oh, why did I actually play football in the first place? Because it's fun. You enjoyed it. When you played as a kid, you loved it. So you need to get that feeling back. All right? And that starts by decluttering the mind. You need to get off these social media apps. You need to get off the TikTok. You need to get off the Instagram. Stop scrolling. This is cluttering up your mind. Is like fogging up your mind with so much football content. There's so much out there. There's so much football content out there. I know. I've been through it all. I've watched all the videos. Every single one that you guys watch, I've probably watched. Probably at least 3 times. All right? There's so much content out there, and you're just bogging up your mind with all of it by consuming it 24/7. Your screen time is probably like 5+ hours. All right? So you need to declutter your mind. You need to stop watching these high dopamine videos. All right? And get out into nature and get the sun in your eyes and grounding and just clear the mind. This is what we're trying to do. Step 1 of becoming a high performer is just decluttering the mind. Lamine Yamal, do you think he's scrolling on TikTok for 5+ hours a day? Like, let's be honest. Is he? He's probably told not to, but like, do you think he really wants to do that? Or does he just get high dopamine? He get dopamine hits from like hanging out with cool people, dancing around, playing football, you know, training. That's what he gets his dopamine from. He doesn't get it from scrolling on TikTok or Instagram or fighting in the comments on Twitter. You know, his mind is so clear that he can actually perform on the pitch. He's not overthinking football 24/7. All right? So this is why you need to stop taking football so seriously. It's not life or death. Trust me, it's not. It's not. And I know like a lot of people get passionate about it, and that's good. But sometimes that passion can override like your ability. You know, your seriousness. You know, you do all the training, you do all the workouts, you do all the diet off the pitch. But when it actually comes to the pitch, you freeze. You overthink everything. That's all it is to it. All right? So, I'm just telling you, do not overthink this game. Just almost forget about it. You want to have like, what I've started doing is I have different modes in my life. I have football mode, I have work mode, and then I have life mode. So I have 3 modes in my life. So football mode, as you can probably tell, is when I'm playing football. I'm training, I've got games, I switch into football mode. I'm not thinking about work, I'm not thinking about these videos, I'm not thinking about this, I'm not thinking about that. I'm just thinking about football. Football mode. Alright? Once football's done, once the game's done, once team training's done, I switch back into life mode or work mode. All right, this is what you need to do. So for you, maybe it's football mode, school mode, and life mode. All right, you need to have different modes in your life. You need to put all your focus into one thing, do the best you can, and then switch the mode off. All right, it's like airplane mode on your phone. All right, this has helped me a lot, and I've just done it like subconsciously. I haven't like thought about this. I've just realized like when I'm working, I'm focused on my work. When I'm hanging out with friends, I'm hanging out with my friends. I'm in the present moment. When I'm playing football, I'm playing football. I'm not thinking about other stuff. The problem is, so many footballers are just on football mode 24/7. And this is why you can't perform on the pitch, because your mind is just constantly on football, thinking about next game, thinking about next training, thinking about how you're going to perform, where are you going to play, are you going to score a goal this weekend, are you going to make an assist? This is actually what people are thinking about, and that was me. I'd start comparing my stats to my teammates. You know, he's got 5 goals, I've got 3. You know, am I going to score this weekend to equal him? What happens if he scores 2 more? You know, this is the stuff I was thinking about, and it made me worse on the pitch. So, stop taking the sport so seriously. It's just a game. And I know you heard that so many times, and it's probably triggered you. It's more than a game, people say. It is, but it isn't. All right? Realize there's more things important in life, and once you realize this, and you start prioritizing other things in life, such as your family, your health, maybe your income, your work, your school, your relationships, your other hobbies, then football will actually become much better and more fun because you're not thinking about it 24/7. All right? So that was today's video. Don't take football so seriously. It's not worth it, and it's not worth your brain points. You only get so many brain points a day. It's kind of like a term that we use, brain points. Let's say you get 100 a day. Football, back in my day, when I was 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 years old, football would take up probably about 85 of my brain points. You get what I'm trying to say? Football should only take maybe 30 of your brain points, 20. All right? You play football, boom, done. You played your game, done. It's done. Don't worry about what you did. If you made a mistake, or you did this, or you did that, just move on. Okay? It's not the end of the world. There's more important things. All right? So, don't take this game so seriously. Just relax, have fun, realize why you started playing football in the first place, and you appreciate it much more. Anyway, first link in the description for my academy, the Natural Freedom Hub. It will transform your mind and help you become a talented and effortless footballer. So when you actually come to game day, you can actually perform to your full potential instead of just relying on all these little hacks that you've been doing. Inside my community, I'll give you the exact blueprint on how to perform to your best. All right? See you in the next one. Peace.